Hey, I heard that. Got it on the first try, Chris. No fiddling this week. I can't hear you at all.
Yeah, about that
there
no
it is.
fiddling thing.
Number 3 was a little work.
Yeah.
Test number 2.
Do you like the name change?
Wait, what'd you get on name change? Check.
Try now.
2? Nope, not on.
Well, it's on. It just needs to be fiddled
It
with.
needs to be fiddled with. The fiddling must happen.
Yep.
We need a quick fiddle. Fiddle me this, fiddle me that. Who's afraid of the big black bat? Yep, that's on now.
That'll work.
A little bit better, yeah. We'll
How
give
about
this
more
one
me?
to
More you? More me?
more on 2 a little bit, I think.
No, I did.
Okay, that one's good.
Yeah. You're
Yeah,
good. You're good.
All right, I'm back on number 1 now. All right, so 2, we'll hand off to Eric when he gets back over here. Captain
Correct.
Eric, a.k.a. not Master Joe.
Uh-huh. Have you ever seen him in the same room at the same time?
That's a good point.
Actually, I have. But, whatever.
He's never going to beat these allegations. I have to have him come on here and answer these questions. Maybe that's how we introduce him.
They both should be flattered.
I think so, too. They're both good-looking guys and both great at the game, so what's to complain about? Yo, we're back. Welcome to Tappy. I'm Christian.
I'm Chris.
And we are here at the still somewhat sunny Dallas free play location, managing to keep the light for another 20 minutes or so here in these winter months, in these cold, frigid week that we have of winter.
So not a fan.
Yep. And we do have a special guest today here to answer some questions.
The interrogation has begun.
Yeah, we've got
From South Florida.
We've got some charges.
No.
We've got some,
It is Tampa Bay. Sorry, wait, Tampa Bay is not South?
Oh, I thought this was a Master Joe bit. I thought that's what was happening.
What do you mean?
It
A
is.
bit?
I thought it was.
This is
We're in Tampa Bay, Florida, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Hey,
Well,
it's not SFL though. Their team is the Florida Panthers.
Okay. So listen. You gotta clear this up for us because
we're clearly innocent.
we've had we've heard some rumors. Things have been said on stream by other people, commentators. I've heard them call you Master Joe.
Yeah.
So, and I've never seen the two of you in the same room at the same time.
I definitely have.
Yeah. So there's one. So it's either we're the same person. It's also been rumored that I am a time travel relative of
Time
Master
Lord.
Joe.
Okay.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah. There's that theory. Either I'm Master Joe from the past, or I'm his son.
Right.
Of the future.
From the future, like
Yeah.
the Trunks story coming in.
Yeah, exactly like that.
The multiverse of Captain Eric.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I think that was suggested back at Hive City like 2 or 3 years ago.
Right on.
Good Lord.
Well, we're glad to have you here, Eric, and so welcome to Tappy Hour.
Yeah, I'm excited. I've been wanting to come out here and be a part of this, and I'm always not here in time. So
yeah.
excited for
Well,
that.
I'm glad you can make it out. You got to make it at least one a year, right? This is yours for 2025.
I did it.
Nailed it.
Slid in there.
For the very last second. Yeah, so we got what? We don't have major plans this week, and we don't have any videos to review unless you got a game that you're like, dude, remember this one?
I don't.
But,
unless Eric has one that he wants me to key up real quick. But
No,
honestly,
I mean,
having
it's like the dead zone. So
kind
like
of
a lot
is,
of lot of trashies going on right now. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff to really break into.
Yeah.
We're just kind of playing around right now, you know?
Absolutely. Yeah, there weren't any big tournaments this last couple of weeks. I mean, too many things going on in the holidays. It's tough to cram one in there. In fact, our season's coming over, the Killer Queen Free Play League. Coming back up, and we were discussing when that's actually going to start. So
I think it's January 11th is going to be our preseason.
Preseason will be January 11th. Yeah,
that'll be exciting. Okay.
Yeah, I'm giving Lucas the whips and just being like, please crack them, please. Yeah, it's we got to get it in motion, really. Like it's not too late to do January 11th right now. It is too late to do January 4th, which is a few days away and one or two hangovers away. So that's too soon. But if we don't start really putting in work to getting it ready, then January 11th is too soon, and January 18th is too soon, and November 30th was the first day. So at some point we just got to grind and get it done. But the new season is coming. There will be new teams.
You get a vested interest in getting this started because you get to defend your title, right?
Oh,
Yes.
do I have your?
So is this the second
So
season?
right now we're 2 of 3.
2 out of 3. Oh, so you're working on your hattie right
Yeah,
now.
we're on our Dallas Cowboys, 90s Cowboys, get 3 and 5.
Exactly.
Or 3 and 4.
I'm so despondent right now. I left your trophy at home.
Oh, that's okay.
I had to remove it. I had to drive to Austin and come back. So that was my weekend check. But
I think it was Tappy that pointed out in chat. It's really funny that like each plate has one team with 2 on it and then a third one. So there's none. I don't think there's any plates with
we don't have
one team with 3 and none with perfect parity either.
Yeah.
Right.
So like there's one dominant team of each plate.
But they can't hold it for 3 seasons in a row. And what do you think this deal is? What's the story behind that? Is it just like team consistency, like they don't keep their players, or somebody just comes up and they just get the number? They've seen him play too many times, so like we're getting you this time.
I mean, I think that's part of it too. Is like having a game plan. Walking up to the cab with a game plan is still relatively, I would say, new in the league. I think there's a lot of it that we're going to like walk onto the cab and we'll just figure it out because we played a lot together, and so we're just going to play a better version of what we do, like during trashies or even get goods. And I think that being able to push a game plan forward and having a clear idea of what you want each team to do and what each player to do in every situation, I think is still relatively new. And I think we're getting to the next level of that, where I know there's some teams who have specific plans beyond just playing Good Killer Queen, how they're going to specifically attack the league.
Yeah.
And all it is just whichever team can move their game plan further, longer, is more likely to win. It's how I look at it.
Who do you think is going to be the team to look out for this season?
I mean, obviously Pollen Count.
Obviously Pollen Count. But if you had to pick somebody else.
I mean, you have to go to the wannabes.
The Killer Sleuth is like they're all badasses.
They really are. I mean, it was neck and neck last season. They could have gone depending on how the chips
3
fell.
different ways.
Yeah,
and with 3 different teams. Like it was very, very in flux throughout the season. Yeah, and the reason why I think like we haven't seen a three-peat is it's hard. It's hard.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like it's just hard. It's hard to win one. Like my team was pretty dang good last season. We did not win. Like that's a murderer's row of people to not win a trophy, right? So it's just hard. People are competing. They're grinding. They're figuring out new strategies. They're getting new players if they need to. Whatever it takes to compete. Like there are teams that are absolutely putting that effort forward to compete, and it shows.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think another part of it too is just it's a very short schedule. So like for the season that Pollen Count didn't win the Nikita Cup, we had a dreadful day 1. Like our first day, we played I think 4 or 5 matches, and we only won like 1 or 2 of them. So the season for the Nikita Cup was immediately over, just because the teams that we lost to would be teams that we needed those head-to-head tiebreakers against, and you're just already done with them. And that's not a comment on anything. That's just like
the format of the tournament.
The margin of victory and success is very, very slim.
It's really tight in the top league. It's really tight.
And just with the difference between the haves and have-nots is much, much smaller than it used to be. Then it's not just these 2 teams are dominant. It's just there's a lot that can go wrong for you. Like we nearly lost a set to Dust Map Till Dawn.
Yeah.
In Richardson, we had a reverse.
I remember
sweep
that. I remember that night.
That set right there could have been the season.
Yeah.
Because we just would have been a game back from Wannabes and not had a way to make that time up. That was a really stressful set because you can't say that you should win a set, but you definitely walk onto a cab and you're thinking if they're going to have trouble, it's not supposed to be here.
Yeah.
And you run into trouble and you have to like recenter yourself because tilt sets in really quickly, and just there's no time for that. Just losing that set right there, regardless of how everything else goes, kills your season. So it's just just little things like that. You're not in it for that one set, and now you're done.
It's wild how matchups make the fight too, because like the Wannabes in the last several seasons have not struggled with From Dust Map Till Dawn, but they gave you guys a great fight.
Yeah.
Our teams have matched up pretty dang evenly over the course of that time, right, when we play each other. It could go either way. But, like, the Refried Bees seem to have our number, right?
Yeah.
Like, it is rough to beat
Shout
them.
out Refried Bees, saved our season.
Yeah.
Like, honestly.
A little bit.
Well, yeah, because it ends up being that Wannabes finished one, and the head-to-head, they had 1 map on us. There was 7-6, I want to say it was.
Right. Just 1 map, 2 sets. Yeah. We both had a set, and yeah, we got 1 more game.
And so we needed Refried to make sure that they were a game under us.
Yeah.
In order for us to get that. because otherwise they had
We
the
had
head-to-head.
tiebreak.
They had the tiebreak.
Well, and credit to Dust Map Till Dawn and Joshua and Anthony. I mean, those guys, when those guys lock in, they can pop off.
Yeah.
You know, it kind of goes back to what you're saying is the margin of error actually is slimmer than you think, because really on any given Sunday, those teams can lock in and just take games off people. And that you guys, that set was proof of it.
And that's when Nikita Cup is also hard, is because like you can't afford to drop anything. You can't afford to hardly get sick. Like it's not going to happen.
So, and I think that team
like
actually
they won of that season where the eligibles got was it the eligibles? No, it was results may vary.
Yeah.
Yeah. When that happened, like it's hard to make up that time. You need someone else to knock off the team, and you don't have a chance. And like man,
it's like old college football where legitimately you lose 2 games, your season could be over.
Yeah, depending on who you lose them to. Yeah.
Because
exactly.
like we very consistently had, I know for sure, seasons that end with a divisible by 3, the champion is undefeated. That's happened season 3, 6, 9, and we're heading into 12. So we'll see.
So maybe if the trend continues.
This has to be 13. This has to be 13.
We got Nostradamus over here ready to call us out on that one. Oh, no, it is the 13th season. Never mind.
Is it 13?
Really?
Yeah, because of the plate, right?
So wait.
Three per plate.
3 per plate. Yeah,
so last season broke that then.
So it didn't break it then. Well, then there you go.
There you go.
There's an undefeated one on the
point.
There's an undefeated one on the plate.
Yeah.
So So what about meta? What do you think the shift is going to be like over here? I feel like I hear people talking more about CTO in Dallas than they were before, but that may just be because the crowds I'm hanging out with. But I don't know. I think they have a different level of focus. It seems like to me when we were playing these sweaty matches, and the level of engagement people are having, really trying to plan out like, how do we execute a strategy over the course of a game? And I don't know, have you guys had conversations about that with your teams?
Yeah, so I think some of the game plan that we installed this past season are definitely keeping that shell. I think a lot of that worked. I do think a lot of our little micro adjustments are going to be really focused on how do we plan for the chaos that is any kind of tournament format, just because there's no time to adjust. Like if you, kind of like I said, with the regular season, whether you win, lose, or draw a set, there's time to look at film and like, okay, this is what we wanted to do. How can we execute better in this manner or this manner? In tournament, it's just you have to figure it out live, and if you don't have that ability, then it falls apart because you only have that one day. And so I think a lot of the things that especially Pollen Count is looking at are how do we manage our game plan in a way that we're more effective in those short bursts while not compromising our long-term plans. And so that's a very, I think it's very like a coach answer. Like I'm not giving the whole plate, but
I think what you're saying, kind of. It's like, is there anything that sticks out to you? They're like, you know what I really want to get our team to be really good at this year is like is there like something you can point to? Like I want to see that happen on our team.
Yeah, I think one thing that's important is just minimizing the amount of time where there is I don't know what to do right now. I think that, because the thing I say a lot is even if you're playing perfectly and it takes you a half second longer to decide what to do next and the other team is not having that lag time, you fall behind seconds with every micro decision that occurs, even though you've done nothing wrong. And so for me, I think that's done more by game planning, flow charting, giving everybody a primary role, a secondary role, and a tertiary role, depending on what's going on at any point of the map. Like there's only so many game states that exist in Killer Queen, and you can map them out really in all situations. And it's just kind of like internalizing those. So you're not asking, all right, I heard this communication happen. What do I need to do to either go into a defensive position or push an objective, or like what do I need to do? Minimizing that I don't know is always going to help your team.
I feel like that's a lot more of an achievable goal in a league setting than it is in the tournament. You know, kind of going off of what you were saying earlier, this really gives, because it's extended out over more than a day or a weekend, you actually do have time to look at it and then grind it out with your team in like, scrims or whatever you set up on the weekends or something like that. You guys can actually work towards those goals over time instead of just hoping to figure it out before you you get wiped.
Yeah, I think players like yourself, Tim, Brian, Lucas, like as y'all will push the meta, right? Like you're really putting a concerted effort into like growing the team, right? I know Tim does as well. I don't know who that player is on the Wannabes. I would, but it's not me, right? It's really nobody. So like, once that cohesive plan that you're putting together, you and Brian or Tim, like really starts getting, whole like fragments of the trophy, right? That will bloody the nose of the rest of the league and make them take it more seriously, I do believe. So that's the thing, is like your mentality onto the cab with the team and getting the team on board as that shows its success, and it will continue to. I obviously, that will push it, because it will force you to have a counterpart out there, or more counterparts to that, or just watch you get trophies every season, which is fine. I mean, that's fine when you earn them, but like if other people want to earn them too, that will have to be the standard.
Yeah, and it's definitely going to be interesting to see how other teams kind of like develop their own kind of game plan. I'd say like there's not necessarily a wrong answer. It's kind of like improv, where they're like there's not necessarily wrong answers, but there could be better options. So like you could say like yes and to something, and then that helps the scene go. That's better than a no but. There could be a situation where no but works, but like the big thing is that we're all agreeing on whatever is happening in the scene. We're all doing it. So with each team, it's like whatever your game plan is, the players have to buy into it, and it doesn't necessarily matter what that looks like. Is that aggressive military, where you're taking a lot of strikes to try to stress out the other team? Is that making sure that objective is always moving? Is that a lockdown defense? Is that A, B, C, or D? It doesn't really matter, as long like at the level that I think still exists. It doesn't matter what the game plan is, as long as the game plan is cohesive and like able to be followed up on.
Yeah. Well, and
I think it's just like we're beyond the time where you can, any team that's in Killer, and very quickly any team that's in Honey, if you're just walking up to the cab and hoping that you're going to figure it out just by osmosis, you're going to get shredded.
Oh yeah, we got an opener down. That's not like really good enough at some point.
Yeah,
like, you got to be able to do more than that.
That'll get you past Bumble.
Hey, Lord, I know.
Right?
Yeah. No, I think those are great. I mean, and two, you could target people, right? Like we talk about, one team feels like they've got your number. When you guys play Refried Bees, they beat you.
You mean like target individual players?
No, I mean like target. Well, certainly. I mean that could be the target on the team, right? Like, hey, I know that whenever we go against Wannabes, for example, we know that we can get Chris. He takes a risk, and we can set up on Sintiski striking or something like that.
Yeah.
So let's say that's a call. We're going to attack that, and then once he gets like that, we're not going to let him get back on speed, and he's not nearly as effective or scary on vanilla, and we don't have to worry about him.
I think.
Like maybe that's the strategy, and that's how we're going to target the Wannabes. I don't know.
I think that's how you target a speed warrior in general, right?
Well, but yes, but I guess what I'm saying is like maybe to what Eric's saying is like, hey, is our game plan to just worry about objective, or are we going to be more aggressive military? What is this team going to be more weak to? What strategy are they more susceptible to losing on? Because if you've got a queen that's a little weaker, maybe taking the strikes the entire time is a really great answer, even if their warriors are really stable. Right?
Well, I think if that's the glaring weakness of the team, like, I tend to agree that is viable. If like the queen is shaky and the rest of the team is going to mulch you to bits. Sometimes we had that in New Jersey. My team at KQAF, where we encountered a map where we were about 2 berries from losing. I'm having to shift over into defensive areas. We're having trouble keeping our squadron of warriors up, and we've lost the snail. And there was a point, and their queen was on last, and I turned to Tim. It was Tim, McLaren, Darian, and Phil were on that team. And I turned to Tim as I'm like guarding berries for my life, and we're getting one up, and it goes down and up and down. And I'm like, is it time for me to strike the queen? Like, am I authorized to just throw it all away? And he's like, yeah, that's the win scenario. Everybody up, full mill, like right now, full mill. It's night map. So we changed entirely from a super conservative mindset to like, no, we're striking the queen again and again and again until she dies, because that's the only weakness of this team, and we broke them. So.
Yeah. I think there's 2 schools of thought on that too, because I think there is something to be said about playing the team. I think there are some people who would argue it's more important that your team does what they do better, and it doesn't matter who's on the other side of the cab.
It shouldn't, but everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face, right?
Yeah.
Like that happens too. So yeah.
I think I'm somewhere in the middle of where, like for pollen count, I have a base offense that we operate out of. And part of this season is separating out into 2. So there's 2 main shells that we will be able to cycle from each map. And then from there is a little bit of like, okay, we're playing against this team. This is this team's tendencies. So based on that, maybe I go with shell A against wannabes on day and night, and then on dusk and meat, I go into shell B. But then against a different team, I'll go shell B against them on day, and then switch to A for the other 3 maps. And just kind of like, it depends on those things. Like I will say, one team that does not work the way that I game plan for initially is Illegibles does Chaos Control as their. That's the one John Queens, right? Illegibles?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Illegibles is a team that initially did not work with my game plan for how I had pollen count set up, which is part of why I'm doing 2 shells this season. But then I found a different way to make my original shell work with Illegibles, and it worked out. They just are a different constructed team in a way that doesn't work for how I like to plan for every other team in the league.
Yeah. That team came out really strong this last season with John kind of at the helm on the shot calling and playing on Queen there. I felt like they were really effective.
They went undefeated.
They clearly burned through the Honey League.
Yeah.
And got up or promoted up into Killer, right? So, and it was not a contest, but
it was early. It was early. Like they had a rival early in the season, and they vanquished that rival, and then it was just smooth sailing from there.
That's
as
what
far
I mean.
as like their Honey, yeah.
Yeah. So, but you think what made them really effective was chaos management, which actually might really be the thing that sets you apart in Honey. I mean, people are still working out what their focus strategies are. I think at that level where if you can disrupt them or just play in kind of a messy state and succeed in that sort of space,
At that point, you're relying on individual skill plays, beating the other team, right? Like breaking them down, just because they can't handle your rise rate or something like that, right? Like individual skill plays across the map, and if you can kill them that way, then you kill them and you win. So. It's not without merit. It's just it is because you don't play that way. But it has its merits. But it's not. It's definitely not my style.
Yeah, it's not something that I.
It's not something I want to ascend to.
It's not what we drill normally when we play and stuff. You're really working on, hey, I want to coordinate with somebody else. We don't really typically try to train up. I'm going to go fly around the map by myself and just get picks.
If I wanted to show off like individual skill and like that meant something, then I would just go play Galaga one-handed in front of the pretty lady. Like that's it.
Yeah, I just feel like, given how much game planning and flow charting means to me, a team that chaotic, like I couldn't queen it because it's just everybody's doing their own thing, and that drives me nuts.
It drives me nuts too.
Like it's just a
That's probably the reason I couldn't queen.
Yeah, it's one of the few buttons that I have in this game is like just lack of communication and just like people are just doing like we've got 5 people with 5 different game plans.
Right.
That doesn't like this is a sport to me, and so this is like me watching hockey and then just like everybody's just doing whatever the hell they want and nobody's setting up for a play, and it's just like cool. And why are we confused that things aren't going well?
Like, right.
Something that I've been struggling with the last few months, notably, is not knowing what to do when I don't trust the players directly underneath me, right? Like on my team.
Yeah.
Right? Like in Tuesday Taps, it could be a new objective player or a player who's just like lost entirely, can't perform whatever things. But like even in greater situations when like you're one player is having to like the vanilla warrior has to guard the hive or whatever, and I don't trust them, right? Like they're just leaking in berries left or right. Like I don't entirely know how to function.
You can trust me to leak those berries in, man.
Yeah, trust in the bad play.
Yeah. Just know that it's going to happen. It'll happen.
and that happens sometimes, and I suppose that's its own level of trust. But when I don't have an idea of your task, because I can definitely play some 4-on-5. I can look at a person and be like, you do this, and you do this, and you do this, and you do whatever it is you want to do, because I don't care. Because anything you put, you're crazy, and you're gonna like do something maybe and possibly go win the game, but also I can't game plan for that.
I feel like the fifth wheels are usually people that are learning. They're either assholes or they're still learning the game.
Okay, yes,
two,
fair,
right?
fair, but like I got to play with assholes and people who learn the game, right?
I can't kick them off the cab.
Yeah, and it makes me better if I can learn a way to like play better with that. But my game goes down when I don't trust the people directly under me, because like if I don't know when you're going to jump off the snail, when you're not, or if you're just going to F off and start running berries while I'm guarding the snail actively, like suddenly it short circuits me and I don't know what to do.
Oh, what do you think the decision matrix? I mean, like to me, like I think what are your choices are. You could say, all right, I'm going to write them off. It's like amputating a limb that you don't try. You're like, that one's bad anyway. I'm going to let it go.
I've done it that way.
You can do it that way, but I think the other one way that I feel like is actually kind of effective, especially in when you're at a semi-casual or like a casual event or whatever. I feel like just turning it into a ride or die situation. We're like, all right, let's go, brother. We're all going to play down here at the bottom, and just saying fuck it, and just see how it goes. And like then you're up there in the trenches. The person's like, all right, we just died, so next time we're going to try this, something like that. I've had some people. I don't know that I would say that this is like always the way that like Guido plays, but he does also have a way to bring people up that are playing kind of like Chaos Muppets.
Guido's
he's got a gift.
He's the best at that.
Yeah, he
really
like
is.
Charisma stat maxed out.
But that's what I'm saying. Like I don't want. What is it that he's doing that's so effective to bring that type of? Because he brings people up that and makes them perform better than they would inside other teams for that reason.
You know what I think he does is he looks across the cab and thinks this is what can beat that team, right? That team's disorganized. They're new players as well. This is exactly what I think will beat this team with this team of knuckleheads that I have. And instantly, whereas you might be like, all right, I see 3 okay-ish warriors. Everybody's going to worry up. We're going to move the snail. We're going to try some sort of Killer Queen strat, like modified to our level of skill right now. Guido's like, F that. We're running bucket. I know you can warrior up, but you're running berries well, and you're running berries awful, and you keep running berries as well, and we'll hold it down for like 45 seconds, and we'll win, and then we'll apologize later. Like he told me specifically he's never lost doing the bucket at Denton ever.
Well, yeah, I believe that actually.
Yeah.
Right, but like until they fix their problems up there, that's a them problem. He's just going to win every time.
Yeah, definitely something to be said about that, because that is definitely thing. Like I am a rigid New York style 3-1 move snail, get high places, and just like we don't have to be aggressive. We can slowly win the game.
Yeah, I want to win in a way in which is sustainable that I will win no matter who the opponent is.
Yeah, and so there's definitely something, because I definitely get what you're saying too. Like you look on the cab and you're just like, okay, I cannot trust my interior, which is always just like a bad feeling, because it's just like so much of my game plan is like I can't coach. Like if I'm queening, I can't tell my warriors what they need to be doing. I already overload myself enough just like seeing a lot of the map and just be like, hey, you're going to die down there. Like I'm over here on the left side of the map and I see skulls out of the corner of my eyes. You're too low. Like I know that, and I know you're going to die.
Yeah.
Or like somebody goes for a strike they shouldn't go for it, and it's like I wasn't going. Like I saw you do it. I am a speed warrior. I know. I know.
I felt the
seen
bloodthirst too.
Like,
but
we
you
all
have to be
but
more than the blood.
Just admit it. You went for a strike. It didn't work. If you had got the clip, you would have clipped it. So you got to be both ways on it. And so it does, like, it is hard because on the one hand, like you said, you could just be like, these guys are not, this isn't the quality. So, but I don't like that because I'm competing, and so I hold myself to a standard of I'm competing against this person. If I'm not trying my hardest against them, I'm disrespecting them. So it means I should hold my team to that account too.
But also you're trying to improve for you.
Yeah, but also it's like I'm only upset with, like, I wouldn't talk like a new player goes and like blows themselves up. They're new. They don't know better. You've been playing for a couple of years. You know better. You know you can't be doing these things.
There's my problem.
And so it's just
when
like,
it is that player and I can't trust them. That's when it's just like.
And it's like, it's hard because I don't like being Mr. All right, the queen is not, like I always said, the worst, like if I'm on the cab and I'm upset or I'm saying, hey guys, we can't do that, blah, blah, that's fine. Eric is tilted if Eric has stopped talking.
Yeah.
Like that is me yelling, swears, it's fine. I'm still locked in. That's me getting like negative energy from the last interaction out. If I've stopped talking, that is like Eric is checked out. That's bad. It's time to do a timeout or something. And so like being on cab with somebody and like they do a mistake and I'm just like, I mean, what am I going to do? It's you are you.
Right.
That feels bad because on the one hand, I'm not giving my hardest, but I'm also not expecting the best out of you. I'm accepting that you are at a certain level that maybe you're better than, maybe you're not than, but I'm not giving you the opportunity to show more because I've lost faith in you.
Yeah.
And I tried to, like, not be that guy. The answer is I don't know.
I don't either.
I don't know.
I would say, like,
It's like-
for personal experience, it feels like, and from what I've heard from other people, they respond better to somebody stopping at the end and being like, hey, I see what you're doing. You're doing a great job. But you know what we should be doing? What we're going to try doing this time is, like, actually Richard's gotten really good at doing that kind of thing, explaining it too. And I think that, to me, like you're saying, like, it does feel like a failure to not give people, like, a feedback and say, hey, you really can't keep doing this thing over and over again. This is always resulting in this loss, right?
But here's the thing. Some people, like, they operate under those principles. That's okay. That's what they want to do.
Right.
Like, that's it. They just Killer Queen is a game where they come up and they do the thing.
Yeah,
and
that's okay.
And they're rewarded just enough where it's not like.
Well, they're personally rewarded because they're doing what they want to do, even if they're losing, right?
Yeah.
Like, I can think of a couple, you probably can too, that, like, they play and they don't win most of the time, and they just keep doing the same thing and keep playing.
Yeah.
And they're having the best time of their life.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that's just the way they roll.
Oh, yeah. No, I could think of some people that I love playing with in Richardson that do that on a regular basis, but they're some of the most fun people to play with.
Right.
On my team, against me, whatever. I just have a blast playing with them. So,
Yeah.
But it also depends on, like, what are the circumstances we're playing in. Like, we're playing in Tuesday taps, and we're like, something's not working right or whatever. Okay, it's a draft team. I think everybody's trying hard. They're doing their best. But, like, I don't know. Like, what's the point of getting mad over here right now? Like,
because there was
make
only
the adjustments, but
16 players, and that one had to go, and it has to be me. That'll tilt me every time.
now that I get.
Yeah.
So
when you're number
frustrating.
17.
Or there's 13 players, which means, all right, I guess we got 3 teams of 4.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not going to be in. Man, if I could just talk
3 teams of 4 and 1
if I could
super
just talk
team.
like one player into it, then let's do 3 teams of 5, and we will have like a floating bot. Whoever gets eliminated gets that other player, as long as they're new, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I got a plan. Oh, and there's enough players in the door to make it 16, and I'm still out. Just like that, Tuesday Taps can tilt me as the TO in that way. Tilt isn't the word, just like crush my soul.
I wonder, like, I've seen more people get tilted at Tuesday Taps,
It's
I think,
so
than
frustrating.
any other setting that we play in.
It's
Now
really
I'm thinking
weird.
about it.
So, like,
There's not enough mid-level players, in my opinion. But
well, so for me, there's just like it's a lack of control. So, like, it's all the worst. So, like, this is not a Tuesday Taps thing. This is a thing that I am on record saying is that random draft is personally not a favorite of mine
Yeah.
because you lose a lot of control over who's on your team, but it's still a competition for something to be won. So it's same things like I want to give it my all, so I want to take it very seriously, and then even if the skill levels, there's another thing, like the skill levels are just like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and they don't say there's some things that can't be measured in that. Like there's players who are 5s who do not mess with my vision of how Killer Queen should be played. And this is not like, oh, well, this is a player who's like a 3 and they don't like. There's 5s who like just do not align with how I think Killer Queen is supposed to be played and will frustrate me if I'm queening to be on my team because there's things that I expect the game to look like that I can't expect that to happen with them consistently over the course of what's needed for a tournament. Some players will get bored. Like, your responsibility is defensive warrior, and you're supposed to be ledging. And you will get bored ledging, go join the fight, get killed immediately. Now I don't have a ledge, and I'm missing a warrior, so I've got to stop whatever I was doing to create a warrior while berries are going in. Then we overload trying to stop berries. Now my snail's gone.
Right.
And there's all these things where, like, it's like a thing like I tell Paul and Count, like early on, it's like there's some things that I can't communicate to you why this is happening, but I'm looking at the game 3 steps ahead. Like I have to look like I need to do this, this, this. And I've got my laundry list of things I have to do as a queen. And if you guys screw something up while I'm going through this, then I have to like adjust and get you guys back in here, which means we fall behind somewhere else. Now we're behind on gates. Now we don't have speeds. Now they're getting a bunch of speeds. Now they're easy to kill. They're killing us easier because they're getting speeds. I can't control speeds because I don't have the warriors to keep everything locked down, so I can keep. And so there's all this other stuff. So it's all of this. So all that's going on in my brain at a competitive level when I've got 4 people who at most, I maybe have one person who I can play with that is played it long enough to know the game well, but also matches with my vision. And then the other 3 spots, like I'm guaranteed one person who's never played. I'm hoping that my person who's a high rank is also aligned with me. And then the 2 mid parts, are they mid and like that's another warrior? Because I need I like to play. I need 3 warriors that I can ideally trust. Because I don't really do a lot of like 2-2. It's not efficient. But Tuesday's its own weird meta, and so I have to play inefficiently to have
Tuesday's
a better chance.
Definitely. What you're talking about right there, that frustration with not being able to explain to people like why the game state is what it is, and like while they're like yakking at you about like I need a gate, you're like, okay, hold on a minute. I'm not going to go through the whole list. All right, we're going to stop. I'm going to stop tapping. We're going to talk about it for a minute. No, that I definitely understand. This is like infuriating. It's like also why when I'm playing on the Tuesdays, when I play on teams, like, okay, like if I get up and then I die and there's not a gate, I'm not going to blame the queen on that. It's like, shit's going on. Okay, everybody's got to get some grace around there.
Yeah, that's something that I've picked up to like ease my soul when playing with mismatched players, I would say, is like, give me 1 military life. 1. And once I die, then like that's a bonus if I get another one. But like if it's a struggling queen, you can struggle. We can lose. But please, for the love of God, can we open in a way in which I get 1 life?
1 speed life,
1 life to practice tech.
Please, can I have a speed?
Well, I don't even need speed sometimes. I'm the vanilla warrior. But like if there's 3 units invading and they dove under, like I make the perfect reaction as the vanilla the drone. I'm waiting at the other gate. My queen's just confused.
Nothing is more exhausting than doing a standard open on like day map and then looking back and finding out that your vanilla didn't get up and then the speed didn't get up right behind him, and you're like, wait, what happened?
The number of times,
I think Mitchell's ending Tuesday taps on us, or ending Tappy hour.
We have to go and play actual taps to somebody instead of tapping over here. But yeah, let's get the
finish
wrap
the
up
thought,
here. Yeah, finish it up.
Oh, I was gonna say, like going along with that, there's nothing more frustrating than completely winning the open. You've got all gates tagged and just no warriors, or like at any. That's one of like not communicating. And then, like, being wiped while I have every gate tagged
so annoying.
Will, like, tilt me off the face of the planet. It's like, what are you guys doing?
It hasn't happened very often, but it has happened to me before where you get a random-ass queen kill at the very beginning, tag their side of the map, turn around and look back, and you're like, why are you all dead? Why are there 2 warriors?
Yeah, how is it possible?
Like, we won this open so hard. How are we still losing?
Yeah.
I got a queen kill in the opening, and I tagged the gate, and there's still nobody alive on my team. You just not go to a gate with the berry? How did a drone meet you to your own gate?
Yeah, we'll go into famine with 3 warriors, and they have none, and then suddenly we have none as well, and it's just like,
guys, just stay alive and we win.
Like who could have possibly killed you? They have 1 sword.
Yeah,
just stay away. Yeah, stuff like that where it's just. It's hard for players because, like, this is one of the best scenes in the country. I don't care where's the camera? I don't care what anybody says. One of the best in the country here. And so it's hard, because, like, we hold ourselves to a very high standard here. Yeah, we do a lot of crazy offensive strikes that nobody else would do. But, that's part of what makes Dallas a strong scene. And so it's hard for people who are just like, I don't know what crazy thing is going on now because the meta has shifted and all the travel players have like, oh, we're doing this now. And everybody else like, well, we just learned this thing. Too bad. Now we're doing this now. Because it's either get better or Chicago keeps winning everything. So, like, we got to figure it out somehow.
Yeah, well, I'm on board. I will keep grinding forever.
Absolutely.
Let's play.
Hey, well, it's been a really great Tappy Hour this week. Thanks for hanging out with us, Eric. I hope you make it back to another one so we can keep reinforcing that this is not, in fact, Master Joan. They are 2 different people.
This is like our podcast forces combined, too, because me and Eric did one in my my VR room for a while. What was the name of
kidding.
it?
Was not Hive Mind.
No.
Hive Watch.
Hive Watch. Yes.
Hive Watch.
Were you
And
guys
I
like
did-
little fur sonas or anything
No.
in there, or like?
No.
No,
we just did this.
no, just a two-man podcast.
No, you said it was a VR room, so I didn't know if there was like a.
Sorry. No, I literally had a second room, or I had a room which dedicated to VR.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay. Yeah,
A studio,
like this,
a studio.
like this, but okay, not in VR chat. Okay, never mind. Now we're
Yeah,
on the same page. I was trying to figure out what was going on.
No.
Well, yeah, well, you should come back again. Let's do it after we get through the definitely after we get our preseason done. I would love to have a quick glance at some of the teams and what some of the highlights of that session. See if we can identify some strengths and weaknesses of people that they're going to be going through the next season. So,
Yeah, sounds fun.
Cool.
all right, let's get on the cab, man. I'll see you guys next time.
Bye, all.
Happy New Year.